Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 6th of February for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you some standout features to look out for, but please stay with me. As usual, I will dive deep to give you each of the 12 zodiac signs in forensic detail from Aries through to Pisces. Now this week begins with the potency of the full moon, which occurred at the end of last week, still reverberating through the heavens, particularly because the Sun and Uranus are in a tense right angle on Monday and Tuesday too. So anything to do with time management, whether it's around our social situation, our friendships, the things we want to do that are more creative for ourselves, there could be some disruption, last minute changes of plan, or some costs. However, on Tuesday, a really seminal event occurs because Mercury comes out of its post-retrograde shadow. It went into its pre-retrograde shadow on the 12th of December. Now, of course, it came out of the retrograde itself on the 18th of January. But if things have been a bit sluggish or you've been waiting for some information, Mercury goes on to combine with Pluto this week. And there could be a very important development around a worldly matter, such as a job application, a business a scenario, or perhaps to do with a goal or ambition. But then Mercury makes the transition into the sign of Aquarius, and that occurs on Saturday. And that's also really important because Mercury sparkles in Aquarius because it's a planet that's exalted in this sign. So, of course, Aquarius energy is very outgoing. It's very much to do with networking and friendships. So if we start this week feeling a little bit pulled around and a bit disorientated, by the end of the week, I think Mercury can help us to get things a little clearer. Now, also this week, from Monday through to Friday, Venus is in an energizing link with Uranus. Now, Venus in the sign of Pisces is a very mysterious influence, exalted, of course, itself. But this is provoking us to try something different or to surprise someone we're interested in, or even surprise our partner by doing something that's fresh and stimulating, because that can bring some magic to a relationship. But equally, it's an opportunity to think outside the box when it comes to our financial situation. Now, just to tell you, the two planets of fortune, Venus and Jupiter, the lesser and the greater benefit, from Monday to Friday are in a semi-sextile. So Jupiter in Aries is very much about initiative in the first house, and of course Venus in the 12th could be about the things we do behind the scenes, or it could be that some kind of benefit or piece of good fortune can be linked to a past good deed. So something can evolve quietly but rather pleasingly in the background of this week. Now, if you are a returning visitor, thank you so much for joining me once more. If you're new to my channel, it's great to have you with me. Please like or comment. I interact with all comments. This is very much a community. Or subscribe. Now, if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast and understand what the next year holds for you personally, if you give me 3 pieces of personal data of time, date and place of birth, I can give you your forecast, but also my special package of 30% off, your life roadmap, which can help you to become more intimate with some of the planetary influences that have been aiding but perhaps even hindering you at times. Please see the link beneath this video. You can also get your zodiac, Vedic and Chinese forecast for the next year completely free. So Cancer, your week commencing the 6th of February forecast is very much influenced by the full moon, which occurred at the end of last week. And this was asking you to think about balancing the books in a more practical way, because the moon's in house 2, what we need to spend in the here and now, and the Sun and Saturn, of course, in house 8, very much about the longer term implications. But in the mix is that lively but disruptive energies of Uranus, which is asking you to really embrace the things that actually give you a sense of purpose in a more idealistic way. So once we add that more spiritual dimension to a physical plane like money, that could see you conflicted in some ways in terms of some of the choices you feel that you're going to have to make. Then again, it may be nothing to do with money, and it's much more to do with values. So you're interacting with people who see things very differently to you. And I think there can be some unexpected developments or sudden phone calls or interactions that leave you a little bit unsettled. However, Mercury emerging from its post-shadow period on Tuesday is a great news story. And if you have felt that there's been wires crossed around a relationship matter, even from that full moon, by the end of this week, as Mercury goes into a conjunction with Pluto, I think you will have a really important heart-to-heart, or at least frank exchange with the other party. Now, this could be in a professional context, it could be personally. And of course, Uranus can be an agent for good, and its angle with Venus this week is very enlivening. So if you do get an invitation to do something completely different off the cuff, you may feel that it's worth spending the money to have the stimulation and the change, as good as a rest, away from some of the rather weighty stuff that we've all been dealing with in recent times, and just going with the flow and being spontaneous could really give you a lot of uplift. But then on Saturday, Mercury dives deep, and if in a romantic context you have been talking to someone that you like and they are a little bit different or challenging or unpredictable, I feel that Mercury moving into Aquarius is asking you to decipher not what they're saying, but what they really mean. It's the subtext. But also Mercury moving into this area can help you to sort out any outstanding financial issues that the full moon may have thrown up, because Mercury in Aquarius works well, and in the 8th house it has that scorpionic detective's Mac ability to get under what appears to be a situation and really understand the deeper machinations.